Fats are not the enemy, they are a key energy source and help the body survive. Inside the body, fats protect organs, support brain function, help absorb vitamins A, D, E, and K, and keep hormones working properly. When fat intake is too low, people may notice dry skin, low energy, hormone problems, or trouble absorbing vitamins. Adults should get about 20–35% of their daily calories from fat, yet many either avoid it completely or overdo the wrong kinds. Fats come from meat, fish, eggs, milk, butter, and cheese. They also come from nuts, seeds, olives, avocados, and plant oils. A common myth is that all fats cause weight gain, but science shows healthy fats are essential when eaten in balance. Carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are the body's main fuel, powering the brain, muscles, and nervous system every single day. Inside the body, they break down into glucose, which cells use to make energy fast, especially for thinking and movement. When intake is too low, people may feel tired, dizzy, weak, or unable to focus, while too much refined carbohydrate can strain blood sugar control over time. Adult men and women generally need around 130 grams per day to support brain function, though needs rise with activity. Carbohydrates come from milk and yogurt, and they also come from rice, wheat, oats, bread, fruits, vegetables, and potatoes. A common myth is that carbohydrates are bad, but science shows the body depends on them. Quality and balance make the difference. Proteins. Proteins are the body's building blocks needed to grow, repair, and keep everything working. Inside the body, protein helps build muscles, skin, hormones, enzymes, and even parts of the immune system. When protein intake is low, people may feel weak, heal slowly, lose muscle, or get sick more often over time. Most adults need about 0.8 grams per kilogram of body weight per day, though active people often need more and many don't realize they fall short. Protein comes from meat, fish, eggs, milk, and yogurt. It also comes from lentils, beans, chickpeas, nuts, seeds, and soy foods. A common myth is that protein is only for bodybuilders, but science shows everyone needs it daily to stay strong and healthy. Dietary fiber. Dietary fiber is the part of food the body can't digest, but it quietly controls how the whole system runs. Inside the body, fiber slows sugar absorption, supports gut health, feeds good bacteria, and helps waste move out smoothly. When fiber intake is low, problems build over time with constipation, bloating, blood sugar swings, and hunger that never feels satisfied. Adult men need about 38 grams per day, while women need about 25 grams, yet most people get far less without noticing. Fiber comes from whole grains and seeds, and it also comes from fruits, vegetables, beans, lentils, and nuts. A common myth is that fiber only helps digestion, but science shows it also protects the heart and metabolism. Vitamin A. Vitamin A is a nutrient the body depends on to see, fight infection, and keep organs working properly. Inside the body, it supports night vision, strengthens the immune system, keeps skin and tissues healthy, and guides cells as they grow and repair. When intake is low, early signs show up quietly as dry eyes, poor night vision, dry skin, and getting sick often. If deficiency continues, it can lead to serious infections and even permanent blindness, especially in children. Adult men need about 900 micrograms per day, while women need about 700 micrograms, yet many people misjudge their intake. Vitamin A comes from liver, egg yolk, milk, butter, and fish liver oil. It also comes from carrots, sweet potatoes, spinach, kale, mango, and papaya. A common myth is that it's only for eyesight, but it's essential for survival. Vitamin C. Vitamin C helps the body stay strong by supporting immunity, healing wounds, and keeping skin and blood vessels healthy. Inside the body, it helps build collagen, which holds tissues together and protects them from damage. When intake is low, early signs appear as tiredness, bleeding gums, dry skin, and slow healing that people often ignore. If deficiency continues, it can lead to scurvy, causing loose teeth, weakness, and frequent infections. Adult men need about 90 milligrams per day, while women need about 75 milligrams, yet many don't reach this through food alone. Vitamin C comes from liver and raw milk. It also comes from oranges, lemons, strawberries, kiwi, bell peppers, broccoli, and tomatoes. A common myth is that vitamin C only prevents colds, but it supports the whole body every day. Vitamin D. Vitamin D helps the body absorb calcium and keeps bones, muscles, and the immune system strong. Inside the body, it works like a signal that tells bones how to stay solid and helps muscles move properly. When levels are low, early signs include tiredness, body aches, low mood, and getting sick often, which many people ignore. If deficiency continues, bones weaken, children can develop rickets, and adults face fractures and bone pain. Most adults need about 600 to 800 IU per day, yet many people don't get enough sunlight or dietary sources. Vitamin D comes from fatty fish, egg yolk, liver, and fortified milk. A common myth is that sunlight alone is always enough, but lifestyle and location often limit exposure. Vitamin E. Vitamin E helps protect the body's cells from damage and keeps the immune system working properly. Inside the body, it acts like a shield, protecting cells from everyday stress and helping blood flow stay smooth. When intake is low, early signs can include tiredness, muscle weakness, blurry vision, and slow healing that people often ignore. If deficiency continues, nerve and muscle problems can develop over time. Most adults need about 15 milligrams per day, yet many don't realize they fall short when diets lack variety. Vitamin E comes from eggs, fish, milk, and butter. It also comes from nuts, seeds, spinach, broccoli, and vegetable oils. A common myth is that more vitamin E is always better, but balance keeps cells truly protected. Vitamin K. Vitamin K helps the body stop bleeding and keeps bones strong. Inside the body, it turns on proteins that allow blood to clot and guides calcium to the right places in bones. When intake is low, early signs may include easy bruising, bleeding gums, nosebleeds, and cuts that take a long time to stop. If deficiency continues, serious bleeding or weak bones can develop, especially in newborns and older adults. Adult men need about 120 micrograms per day, while women need about 90 micrograms, yet many don't notice low intake. Vitamin K comes from liver, egg yolk, cheese, and butter. It also comes from spinach, kale, broccoli, cabbage, and lettuce. A common myth is that vitamin K is only about blood, but it also protects long-term bone health. Calcium. Calcium helps build strong bones and teeth and keeps muscles, nerves, and the heart working properly. Inside the body, it acts like a signal that allows muscles to move and the heart to beat in rhythm. When intake is low, early signs can include muscle cramps, brittle nails, and tiredness that people often ignore. If deficiency continues, bones weaken, increasing the risk of fractures and osteoporosis over time. Most adults need about 1,000 milligrams per day, with higher needs as people age. Calcium comes from milk, yogurt, cheese, fish with bones, and eggs. It also comes from leafy green vegetables, beans, almonds, sesame seeds, and fortified foods. A common myth is that calcium only matters for children, but adults need it daily to protect bones. Iron. Iron helps the body carry oxygen in the blood so muscles and the brain can work properly. Inside the body, it is needed to make hemoglobin, which gives blood its red color and energy power. When iron is low, early signs appear as tiredness, weakness, pale skin, dizziness, and short breath that people often ignore. If deficiency continues, anemia develops, affecting growth, immunity, and heart health. Adult men need about 8 milligrams per day, while women need about 18 milligrams due to monthly blood loss. Iron comes from red meat, liver, fish, eggs, and poultry. It also comes from spinach, lentils, beans, chickpeas, dates, and whole grains. A common myth is that tiredness is normal, but it is often the body asking for iron. Magnesium. Magnesium helps keep the body calm, steady, and energized. Inside the body, it supports muscle movement, nerve signals, heartbeat, and energy release. When magnesium intake is low, early signs often show up as muscle cramps, twitching, headaches, poor sleep, and feeling anxious, which many people ignore. If deficiency continues, it can lead to irregular heartbeat, weakness, bone problems, and low energy. Adult men need about 400–420 milligrams per day, while women need about 310–320 milligrams, yet many diets fall short. Magnesium comes from fish, milk, and yogurt. It also comes from spinach, nuts, seeds, beans, bananas, and whole grains. A common myth is that stress alone causes these symptoms, but low magnesium is often part of the problem. Omega-3 fatty acids. Omega-3 fatty acids are healthy fats the body needs but cannot make on its own, so they must come from food. Inside the body, omega-3s support the brain, protect the heart, reduce inflammation, and help joints and blood vessels work smoothly. They also play a role in mood, memory, vision, and normal growth. When intake is low, people may notice dry skin, poor focus, joint pain, or low mood over time. Adult men generally need about 1.6 grams per day, while women need about 1.1 grams, yet many people think they get enough when they don't. Omega-3s come from fish like salmon, sardines, mackerel, and tuna, and they also come from flax seeds, chia seeds, walnuts, soybeans, and canola oil. Many believe supplements are required, but steady food intake often meets real needs better.